You're listening to Little Rockers Radio, and today I'm really pleased to be talking all things mum, fitness, staying sane and fitting everything into our busy lives with Rachael Finch. Rachael is a model, TV personality, ambassador for many great brands like Maya and New Balance Australia. She's wife to an amazing dancer and, of course, in her most cherished role, mum to Violet. Hi, Rachael. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for joining us. Now, that intro shows that you have a lot on your plate with modelling, TV, presenting gigs, and also being mum. How do you fit everything in?
There's definitely a very busy schedule and it's a lot going on, but I've actually been focusing a lot lately, especially over the last 6 months to a year, because I'm seeing Violet grow so quickly and understanding how much it's just passing by. I've really been focusing on trying to slow things down and just breathing, enjoying the moment. Things will never, I want it to be busy. I want things in my life happening. I want great work. I want to be working with great organisations, and that's a part of me that I want to accomplish. So if I want that to remain, then my attitude and perception has to change, which is taking every moment as it comes, not jumping ahead too much, not thinking about the past too much, just remaining present, cool, calm and collected and just in the moment.
Absolutely. And it's how easy is it to say that though, and then actually to be able to practice it is a little bit harder.
It is challenging, but and I've done it probably 2 or 3 times already today, where I've just gone, take a breath. Here we are. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to change that. Just enjoy it. And it actually, when you say it to yourself or say it out loud, it actually has quite a significant impact. Yes, it's difficult, but it is certainly possible.
This week on Little Rockers Radio, obviously with the lead up to Mother's Day, we've been focusing a lot on the guilt that mums can feel and the importance of taking time for yourself, just for yourself. How do you manage to prioritise that time just for you?
It's definitely an essential part of who I am and our schedule and what I'm about, because I don't think that I would be able to get half as much done if I didn't schedule in time for myself. So I will put that time aside within my week, within my day. For example, right now Violet's napping and I've come out to the balcony to get some sun and eat my lunch and just have some time for myself. And you know what? I've got to admit, a good support system is absolutely beneficial. Before Violet came, I said to myself, I'm fine. I can do everything. I want to be the one that operates everything and has it all under my control. I don't want any, external inputs. And as soon as she comes, I opened my arms because I saw how difficult it was to do everything myself and how much it was burning me out really quickly.
Yeah.
So, so I just said, you know what? Stop trying to be Superwoman. And it's okay to have those flaws. And I'm just being really okay with not having things perfect. Like, I won't get in a kerfuffle and clean up all the toys up every time she goes up for a nap now. I will, if I've got other things which are a priority, like food, relaxation, something for myself, I will sometimes sacrifice that 100-toy pickup to do something for me first, and then I'll go and pick up the toys. Just the cleaning element and just having my mother-in-law around a lot, which is fabulous. So on the weekends, on a Sunday, we'll drop her at Mum's house and we'll have the day to ourselves, which is a day a week which we can have for ourselves.
And sometimes a day, half a day, even 5 minutes, I say, is enough just to sort of find yourself again and take that time. And as you say, to breathe as well.
Exactly.
Now, Violet is 2.5 now, is that right?
Actually, in the car, we just realised she's actually 2 and 2 years and 8 months.
Wow, so she's pushing 3.
Exactly.
And I always say, for me, I've got 2 children, and it got easier for me as they got older. What did you find most challenging, though, in the really early days of being a new mum?
The biggest thing, hands down, above everything that she has thrown at us is the sleep deprivation.
Yes.
That is just the hardest thing, and there's no question about it. I need 8 hours of sleep a night, and I know I'm performing at my optimum on 8 hours. Anything less, everything starts to come in. I get cravings. I get moody. I'm up and down with my emotions. I'm irritable. I eat odd things. I overeat. I constantly analyze in my head. I'm overthinking things all the time. When I've got a good amount of sleep, everything just is much calmer and easier. So that waking up 3-4 times a night, and she didn't sleep all the way through until she was probably 1.5.
Right.
So for 1.5 years, it was up trying to figure out what was wrong. We experimented with a week of, trying to let her cry it out a little bit after a certain amount of time, then going in.
Yeah.
And then, that didn't work. She was still waking. We tried so many different things. But I think it was just her having to get to a place in her own body where she was able to just sleep through naturally. Every baby, as we know, is different. So for us, it was 1.5 years. And I just know, I remember coming home from the hospital in the first few months, feeling like an absolute zombie. Like I was walking around the house at 2 a.m., just like looking in the pantry going, am I hungry? I would not have a clue. But you know what? I'm just going to eat those rice cakes because I don't give a crap.
It's so
it was just the most horrible feeling. But it's horrible, but you've still got this feeling of euphoria because you've got this new bundle of joy there and you're going, this is so amazing, but I just feel like crap.
It's so true, isn't it? And I don't think anything can really prepare you for how your emotions change when you do have your first child and you are in that state of complete exhaustion. I don't think anything can prepare you. You can say it to people, but until you're actually in that position, you're never prepared, I say.
Exactly. There's no manual for it. So
no.
Just wake up and assess each day as it comes. And that's why I'm a big believer of trusting your intuition and actually making decisions based upon your own body. We can all say as much as we can, this is what worked for me, this is what worked for you. But every single person has a different background, different genetic makeup, different environment, different workloads. So you've got to spend, I guess, out your whole life working out what's the right combination, which can be challenging, but you've just got to experiment with different ways of doing things to find out what works.
Of course, yeah. Now, just to change track ever so slightly, I read that you say your drive and determination come from your mum. What would you say Violet gets from you, or what do you hope she gets from you?
I think Violet gets, from me, because, me and my husband are completely different from my parents, so Violet has got from me, I think, a very happy, positive outlook, which I love. She's a very excitable baby. And she, I can see that she is very open to being happy in the moment. Yeah. And I think she's very open to, meeting new people, being that very open personality, which I'm really grateful for. Yeah. And with Misha, she's definitely got a very intelligent side of her, which comes from him because he's a little bit more, he's incredibly smart and just knows what he wants and where he's going. And she's got that kind of mysterious feel about her, which I think comes from him.
From him, yeah. And Mother's Day is this Sunday. How do you plan to spend the day?
I'm not sure. I know that in the afternoon we're taking Misha's mum out after like a late lunch.
Yes.
But in the morning, my favourite thing in the world is to go out to walk to our favourite cafe, go to breakfast, have a coffee, have something to eat, and then whether it be just spending the time in the park, or if it's a beautiful day, going down to the beach. So I just like keeping it simple and doing something nice like that.
Beautiful. Now, I want to move on also just quickly to health and wellness and exercise, whether it's planned, incidental, vigorous, a walk outside in the fresh air. It's so important for our health and our sanity, probably more so our sanity. What tips do you have for mums who are wanting to fit exercise into their life but really struggle with finding the time?
Definitely do, going back to the whole feeling thing. So judge your feelings on specific days. Make the most of those days where you've got a lot of energy. So if you feel great, I had a bit more sleep today, kids are with mum, kids are with the babysitter, make the most of that time, harness it and really get into the gym or do something that you love, go out for a walk. If you're feeling tired, relax, do something at home. But I love to do a lot of things. Even if I have those energetic days, I like to do a lot of at-home based work. So I do a lot of dance moves at home. I do a lot of Pilates at home. I just pop on a video and it's so simple. I create a little circuit at home. That we have access to everything online these days. So all you've got to do is type in circuit class or whatever you want in your lounge room or on the balcony and do a mini workout. I think it's really powerful to get outside of the house because if you're spending a lot of time in there with the kids, it's just very rejuvenating and recharging to go outside, get fresh air, look at different things, textures, colours around the environment, and that sort of boosts great levels of chemicals in our body that are positive for us.
Now, I wanted to also just quickly ask, I'm a massive advocate for including fitness as fun in our children's lives, and I think it helps them, incorporating it naturally into their lives, it helps them as they grow up, and that's why on Little Rockers Radio we have exercise, we play yoga and meditation programs, and Violet is obviously growing up with plenty of opportunities to learn about activities from both you and Michael. Did your love of fitness and well-being come from your parents and your environment as you were growing up?
Definitely. Mum says to me that she can remember me running down the athletics track with nappies on. So that tells me that I've been participating in sport from a very young age. And I remember I did everything: athletics, cross country, touch football, netball, volleyball, soccer. My first soccer goal was for the opposing team. I did everything, but I grew up in Townsville in North Queensland, which was very outdoor driven, and there was not many big buildings. It wasn't a city. It wasn't clustered with just massive schedules and roads. It was just like footy fields and grass and greenery and rolling mountains. You just went outside. That was the environment. So I grew up around that, and just as I said, from a very young age, it was just instilled in me. So from there, I guess, when I started modelling and working in the media, that love of sport and that muscle memory that I had from all of those things as a child stuck with me, and I was able to continue that and moderate it to how I needed it.
Yeah. And I think doing a whole range of sports when you're young, I mean, our children do football, basketball, Irish dancing, a whole range of different things. It really helps the kids to find something that they love and to sort of carry with them as they grow up as well, I think. I think that sport sort of helps children grow up mentally strong as well as physically strong.
Absolutely. Mentally, the mental aspect is probably, if not the same importance as the physical side of it. But it's not only that, it's the creative side. So they're going and competing or participating. It doesn't necessarily have to mean competition, win or lose, but it's an element of I'm being creative in something and I have the ability to make decisions based upon how I believe. Yeah. So every moment that a child is participating, especially, for example, dancing, where moving to music and doing something where they've got to feel their body and create things, that's the side of a brain that goes beyond, just general brain power and physical ability. That creative side is something that we don't necessarily get taught too much in school. So I would have loved to be taught something like, who are you as a person at school? Who do you want to be? a class to just do whatever you wanted to do, you know, that creative component is imperative, I think.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Now, we are completely out of time. I know that you're taking your little break now while Violet sleeps. I could easily keep on talking for ages, but I just a massive thank you for joining us on Little Rockers Radio today, and happy Mother's Day for Sunday, whatever you end up doing. I hope you enjoy it.
It's my absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, and a happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mums out there.
Thank you, Rachel. That was Rachael Finch on Little Rockers Radio. Thanks for listening.